I accidentally pressed the button. We're live already. No transition timer. We're live.
Dang
These
it,
buttons have a
dang,
hair trigger on them.
dang it, Jack! I'm a streamer, not a doctor.
Well, let me just do a do over. All right. They can hear me. They can hear you. We
Man,
are live.
man, it's good to start out with no problems at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man. Oh,
That totally didn't happen.
no, completely. No, if we didn't see it, it did happen.
Exactly.
Just like the Let me flip my flip book here. What controversial thing can I say that didn't happen? Uh, Nah, it's overused. Too Jewish. Too German.
Just like having the women's FIFA Cup.
There you go. Perfect. That's and on brand too.
Hell yeah.
Also, hello ghetto. I see you there. I see you there, good sir. Konbawa ghetto. Konbawa.
How
Hope
doubt.
hope you,
How dare.
so hope you guys like the title because that's our official, that's our monsters as is now. Jack is now Black Jack, and I'm HACULA as decreed by Virgo.
I've always been Blackjack. I never left.
There's Johnny Cage says, "Oh boy." Well, I do like I do like the title of our title of our episode. I was thinking it's like what would be the perfect subtitle for this? Like if it was a movie, I was like, what's something so cheesy but also not used that much? I was gonna go for Revelations, but no, I had to go something better. So then I went with Bloodlust. Because is there? Do you know any other movie that actually uses the phrase "bloodlust" in their title?
No. And guys, you're not seeing what's happening on the screen, by the way. You're not seeing that. That's just a trick of the light. There you go.
Nani?
I
We're having technical difficulties, and I'm not aware.
basically I tried having the nice restream chat another chance to let it be do its thing. It wasn't updating the actual chat itself, so I just went and put the pop-up chat again. And it just looked scuffed because I was moving things around in the middle of stream.
Gotcha. Also, we did transition, right? I don't know why I keep seeing the pre-stream stuff on the YouTube studio. Hold on,
Uh,
let me refresh. Don't do anything. Let me just
yeah,
refresh. Okay, there we go. I need to refresh.
yeah. Did not tell me not to believe my eyes, Jackie boy. Jackie boy.
But you must see. He goes. You must see with your inner eye, Johnny. See, do not. Wait, hold on. How the Star Wars phrase go to? Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them.
The power within.
And that's why Jack needs glasses because he literally can't trust his eyes.
I can never trust my eyes.
Johnny says, "Y'all transitioned, both of yous."
Hell yeah.
Yes, I transitioned into a black vampire from Mexico. Which I think that describes a JoJo character right there.
Not even joking, you're right. And I transitioned into a black man. I got more melanin.
Now the question is, are the it's just like that episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. You now have because now I turned to a black man. Now you have black man powers. Hey, now you can finally finish the mixtape.
So can you say the gamer word now? I mean, not on stream.
But he can't say um thinking they don't have the wait, but he can't call you a cracker, even though you're not white, but he can call you that
Not
cracker.
the same.
I know it's not the same, but you work with what you got. You work with what you got. In any case, welcome everyone to that weird start to episode 141 of the Hack Jack Show, and what was
Oh
Johnny all on Xbox Live? Gotcha.
hell yeah. Or on PUBG
Oh,
on a certain bridge.
yep, yep. Or on any given match of League.
Nah.
Really?
Surprisingly no.
Then I guess they're not as toxic as I as been told.
Oh no, well it's just that they get insta banned. So that's what they're afraid of.
Oh, they could they could just type N like this right there in the chat. Boom. That's all you need. And that's how you
Ah
know.
yes, N from the best rival in the Pokemon Black and White.
Their character actually named N.
Yes, there is a character named N.
Is it the letter N or is it spelled EN?
No, it's the letter N.
Amazing. Amazing. I'm sure the Pokemon company had a tough day coming up with that character's name. Enu. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced.
Inu. Yes, that's a dog.
So, oh man. So I hope everyone's has had a good day. And cause luckily for us, there is something that we have planned, and hopefully, if a certain brother of Kaiju appears, we'll be able to start talking about his recently released review of Bayonetta 3, which he just released today, and I actually been wanting to really talk about his review and the video right as as a whole,
He wants to slam
not
him as a
just the game.
creator.
No, I don't want to slam him. I want to give him constructive criticism.
Yeah,
Emphasis on the word constructive.
20 minutes later. Your editing, whack. Your voice, whack.
Your transitions, whack. Your
The way you play
gameplay,
the game,
whack.
whack. Me, I'm tired as fuck.
You see this? You see this? You see this? This is called Adobe Premiere. Get it? I lie. I don't even have Adobe Premiere.
You see this?
I'm
This
not
is Adobe Premiere. I pirated it.
like any good YouTuber. It's what PewDiePie would have done, and he can afford it 10 times. But yeah, hopefully he can make an appearance. I don't think he's streaming at the moment, but of course he could be busy with his life, so it will be talked about. But we're gonna hold off just a bit, so that we'll give him some time if he does appear, and so that he can be hearing what I have to say in real time. But until then, um, I, um, I do want to update on something that I've been continuing saying Seiya, and for anyone asking, someone's going to ask. I haven't started JoJo Part 6 yet. I will start it just when I'm not lazy about it. But I've been continuing 13 episodes in. It seems like I'm about nearing the conclusion of the first arc, and so I do want to give my thoughts of Saint Seiya so far, just of the original anime that came out in the 80s. But first, Ghetto says, "See, he didn't talk here, and that's why he didn't get a pure platinum." Uh-oh.
Oh no.
My microphone dropped.
Ooh, it's a
Dang,
ghost.
Ghetto, your bird was so bad it dropped my mic.
Ooh, that was a mic drop.
Literally.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. Now I'm having technical difficulties.
You're
Or
always
they?
having technical difficulties.
You're a technical difficulty.
Technically, yes.
All right. Oh dang. Uh-oh. So they do anything funky to this thing? Oh wait, I see now. I see. Sorry, just have to deal with this.
You didn't. You set it to Wumbo, didn't you? I for. Yeah, you forgot to set it to Wumbo.
Ah, dang it. No, it's this mic stand I'm using. It's finicky.
Oh,
And now I'm
are we returning back to that arc? Uh, the
what? What arc?
the technical difficulty arc.
No. It's hey, look. We might have two technical difficulties in just one stream, but hey, we will persevere.
That was a fun arc.
Was it though?
To me, it was. Good times.
All right. All right, I just got to be careful, and I will fix this mic stand after the show. So all right, so briefly, do you want to talk about Saint Seiya so far? I'm watching the show. So, um, I do want to say the show wastes no time in making sure that the story moves along, because I think really it's only the first episode. It only takes the first episode of the show that you get like the actual backstory of the main character, that being Seiya,
Hmm.
and what his goals are, his motivations, and so forth. And then after that first episode, like I kid you not, Jack, after that first episode, we're jumped straight into a tournament.
Hell yeah.
So this show does not waste any time. We go straight into what would think is a tournament arc, but no, it's not. It's not actually a tournament arc, but it is an actual tournament that's going on between the Saints. That being the essentially the cosmic guardians of the planet Earth, as that was that was that was created by the goddess Athena. Yes, that Athena. So that's the lore of the show we're going with here. And so it did take me aback that, because nowadays a lot of media, they tend to take their own time before characters to go through whatever origins they have to do, that I just be like, oh yeah, that's right. Back then, uh, whatever it was, the origin or like the beginning or exposition, either get it all done the first episode and move on, or heck, deal with it later. We got to start on something interesting. So so in this case, they do their full episode dedicated to the main character, and then we move on from there. Which unfortunately, I think, looking at it critically, it it does mean that we have a lot of moments within the next few episodes during the tournament section of the very part of the show, in which a lot of the fights are breaking up with flashbacks. Now, and that could be annoying if not done well. But since a lot of it is important flashbacks, and only focus on what's relevant to the actual fight, it's not like something as bad as Naruto, where a majority of the episode is just flashbacks. So it never goes that bad. They know when to dedicate it to those things, and they get right back to the action. And as well, the actual action itself, even for the time that the show was made, uh, I'll put it this way, Jack.
Hmm.
So 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 let's say we're compared to its contemporary, like Dragon Ball Z. It doesn't have the kind of flashiness that DBZ had, but what it makes up for it, because the characters are not like fighting and flying around and like in hyper speed,
Hmm.
they make up for it by making things more visceral. So when you feel a punch, you feel that punch. And as well as a way to kind of cheat around the animation, whenever someone's about to do their big technique, and what they do is, instead of showing the actual attack itself, what they do is, because each of the characters are presented by their zodiac sign, their their zodiac is personified through their attack. So, for example, with Seiya, he's the Pegasus, So when he punches something, it's like a Pegasus is charging at you. So they make up for having kind of more basic hand-to-hand combat by making it seem like all these characters are just throwing their spirit animals at you,
Huh.
which really goes to cool effect, especially in a recent episode I saw where essentially there's two characters who are represented by an Eastern dragon, so like the snake-like dragon, and so when they fight, it looks like two dragons going at each other, but it's just a visual, but it's a neat visual way to actually show that they're fighting without having to actually show the hand-to-hand combat because it is a TV anime of its time, so they can't go too wild and crazy on that type of animation. But they do have it where they actually show the characters actually fight each other properly, but it's used sparingly for obvious reasons. And also Virgo's here, so actually, Ghetto says Hack Cross Say review when you're giving me giving me idea. Johnny says my bronze boys bleed more than Ric Flair. At least one of them do. I kid you not, Jack. It takes only 3 episodes for like the characters to get into near death experiences. Literally 3 episodes. It just takes 3 episodes for one of them to get nearly die.
Dang.
Yeah, which I will admit, I will admit, I remember when another, I guess a shonen story did that where, because something I don't like is when the stakes get too high too early, which is what I didn't stick around when I read the manga of Seven Deadly Sins because it did that. I was actually getting comfortable with the characters, but then all of a sudden we got to these big battles where characters almost dying, a character that we just met. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
whoa, what's this facing? This is not good. But here, at least the context makes more sense that we're in a tournament, not a fight to the death, but these saints are very powerful, so that any attack they can do is deadly, and the only thing keeping them alive is not only their training, but the armors that they wear. So at least we know the stakes at hand, and it's not like the characters trying to actually kill each other, just not at least knock each other out. So but I'll hold off on that because Virgo's here, and Virgo, you're the man of the hour. I'm glad you're here, and this is, and because we're gonna transition, I'm gonna hold off on Saint Seiya. A lot more to say, but Ghetto, you're giving me ideas. I might do a hack cross. Maybe when I finish the first arc of Saint Seiya, I'll do a more edited video about that. But Virgo, you're here, man. I saw your Bayonetta 3 review, um uh which which I encourage everyone to watch it if you haven't seen it, to watch his review on his YouTube channel. Believe it was Gaming with the Kaiju Bros. Gaming with Kaiju Bros. And I'll actually, if you just to be quick about it, I'll post a link here in the chat. Ooh, that's not it. Wrong one.
Ooh, that's his
No.
personal link for something else.
Yeah, it's for all the it's for all it's for all the prawns that I'm sharing through the internet with Jack.
Yeah,
We're close like that.
we're close like that. Some doesn't we even watch it together. You know, there's people
we
that
call,
actually do
we
that.
but I believe they're the ones who I believe those people who do that use recreational drugs on a regular basis, or at least that's what I've been told. But moving on from that disgusting image, hold on. Johnny says, at the point you're at, our Dragon Ball almost died 3 times, twice for the homies. That is true. That is true. Good lord. She goes through some crap. All right. So I put the link in the chat for Virgo's video. So also, go go support Virgo on YouTube. He does a lot of Twitch stuff, but hey, we gotta encourage him because I did watch Virgo did watch a Bayo 3 review, and I came out with a lot of things that I want to say. Now that you're here, you're gonna say it. So first off, Virgo, your video is 6 minutes and 2 seconds long, And the only thing I gotta say about that is thank you. Thank you for for keeping it to the point. All right. Thank you for that.
Nah, you should have
Now
added the extra 4 minutes for that sweet, sweet YouTube money.
that you're not earning. But admittedly, you can you do want to, at least if you want to play the algorithm, at least make it a bit more longer so that YouTube's algorithm will promote it more. Nevertheless, don't gaslight me, ghetto. That's Virg. That's a link to Virgo's to be review. Because wait a minute, this isn't Virgo. This is a hardcore video. Nah, it's Virgo. Like, don't you gaslight these good folks here. But in a way, isn't that what Bayonetta is? It's a hardcore SF video when you think about it. Yeah, it's trash. But anyway, so yeah, do make it a bit longer so your channel could grow. But I do appreciate it that the actual talking points of Echo is straight to the point, and isn't that? And it always made me like miss me remember when you know what it felt like. It's not one of those reviews meant for entertainment where people try to do jokes or do these big skits. Things something like nostalgia critic or something more relevant to my hobby, top the fourth wall. It's not something like that. It's not Rucker doing it. It's actually a review of him sharing his points about Bayo 3 and not with any extra fluff, which I do appreciate. And I do like though that he has like a very dry sense of humor, and he just inserts it where it feels very natural in the video so it's not like out of nowhere he'll say like something jokingly, and it just comes off as, oh man, that's cringe. Just like, no. However, how you recorded Virgo, whether it's with a script or with notes, everything flow naturally well. Obviously, as you do this more, you'll learn how to transition audio so things don't sound abrupt in the editing, in the audio editing, I should say. But I do like how you did sound naturally confident in how you were speaking throughout the entire video, which is not which is good that you have it on your first video. Now, I would say though, in terms of actually the actual editing, I would this this is a lot extra work, but it's beneficial extra work in that uh yeah, I was right. He said the joke is so quick it takes a second to realize it, which I do appreciate jokes like that. They don't let you take a minute to be like, hey, wait a minute, he just said nope, move on. We got a review to do. This ain't a comedy. But I do want to say that for all the points, and this is stuff you do in time, ghetto. So I mean, not ghetto, Virgo. So don't feel like this is a failure of any kind. It's just more like it's the learning experience. And in this learning experience, the actual video, the footage that you use, um, I get I- if I were to guess, it's you probably use it based on what you have available. But if you want to take video editing seriously, I would recommend either getting a lot more footage, especially of what's relevant to any kind of talking points that you do have about the game, so that whatever they're talking about, the person watching it can have the example in front of them what you're talking about. Like for example, when you mention about the multiple weapons Bayonetta has, well, it's hard for someone to imagine how all those weapons are and how cool they would be and what to use if they don't see examples of that. When the entire video is mostly of just like of honestly, if I recall, Viola's like the first mission with Viola, and so now, and that Viola footage is useful for showcase Viola, but also that wouldn't use for the entire video because there's not a good representation of the entire game. And as well, you did a good job, very much. You did a good job showcasing a lot of the pros and things you enjoy about Bayonetta 3. However, um, one thing that you didn't put enough time to is any of your critiques. Because one of the things that caught me off guard is that the entire video, you were essentially really praising the game, how much you enjoyed it, and that you believe is on par with the last two games. And then
Hey,
by the end of it,
I'm
uh-huh.
sorry, but I do apologize. Um, I mean, okay, so talking as a person that hasn't seen the video, shouldn't we also do these critiques while we're also watching the video to kind of gauge it? Because I have no clue what's happening really.
I'm sure. I just don't want to show too much because I want people to actually watch it. But I mean, you're in control. If you want to do
Gotcha,
that, go
gotcha. Go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
Yeah.
I didn't know how you said EPAP, so I was like, okay, or EFAP, whatever.
Well, it was an idea. It was an idea, but when I more thought about it, the more I didn't want to take. I don't want to show too much. Show too much and just show his whole full video here.
Gotcha. All right then,
Yeah.
making sure.
So all right, no problem. So so yeah. So whatever your writing process is, Virgo, make sure you take more notes of that so that you have that in. Because if it's something that's off the cuff, top of your head, there are gonna be plenty of things you forgot about. Like I see here in the comments, it's talking about the camera and other issues. Yeah, you forgot to talk about the Jean side missions. I would love to know how you feel about those, considering that there's supposed to be a break from the normal gameplay, but I know that uh a lot of people are very mixed on the Jean missions. You didn't uh you didn't mention of how while Viola is different in terms of how she's played compared to Bayonetta, she has a legitimate problem where the game the parry system that she has within the game, that was something that needs to be addressed where her like to activate witch time with her for a parry system, the timing is so strict, it makes it almost not even worth it to par- to parry exactly at the last minute because the wit times are so short. You can literally barely do anything, which is what happened when I played Viola for the first time and I did her first like side mission. And Jack, I kid you not, I spent hours and hours, or a little exaggeration, I at least spent a good amount of time in my playtime just trying to do her first side mission. And this is the first time you use her in the game. So that should say a lot of how kind of flawed her witch time is by design. If whenever I activate it, the game does not allow me enough time to even take advantage of it. Even when and especially when I parry at the perfect time. Like it got so bad to the point that I was even starting to like gain my own I guess muscle memories of how to tackle just her first side mission. And not even get a chance to actually play her level.
You know what? I'm gonna take that as a challenge. The
It's challenging, but you gotta put some fairness to it. And the witch time her the amount of witch time they give you for how close you try to parry is not fair.
if okay, if I buy the game and it doesn't make me scream like how I feel like every single time I try to parry in Dark Souls, I'm gonna scream at you for
Well,
being
unfortunately, it won't be like that because that has been patched.
ah.
I
Never
gotta
mind.
say
I'm
there
getting my
was a
refund.
there was also a patch recently to fix some issues with the game. Like it's a pretty long list of improvements, even fix some issues with Viola. So I'm not sure how much of improvement her parry is. I haven't played it to know firsthand, but that's something that they address. But who knows how good if it is. Johnny says Viola, this is a new bitch. Are they trying to pull a Nero? Yes, Johnny. Almost. Yeah, and she's a great character. And most of the Devil May Cry cast, she is just as dorky as them, if not more. Which I do like. She has a punk look, but she's such a dork. She
Ah, I
really
think I've
is.
seen her then.
But any case, back to Virgo's video. So yeah, it's stuff like that because those things as someone who's played the game. I'm aware of those things, so it's weird for you not to address them, and then you can then be misleading to people, let's say like Jack, who's not aware of that type of stuff, and if he and because he gets the game and he plays it, then he'll be like, oh man, I wish I would knew about this because this may or may not hinder his enjoyment. So you do got to make sure you do show your critiques, not just for how you feel about the game, but so that other people are aware of the game's flaws, no matter how big or small they are. Let's see. But I would say though, because of it would help if he included those flaws, because by the end of the video, when he gave his score, which is a fair score, I can agree with. It just came out of nowhere. Uh, to give you an example, Jack, it's like it's like it gives you whiplash because it'd be like, oh, this is the best. It's like saying this is the best movie I've seen all year. I give it a 6 out of 10.
And nah, I see that a lot happening with the current year of movies, to be honest. But yeah, I can see your
No, but I
point.
meant
I see your
yes.
point though.
I got an example. Jeez. I said that she filled Bale's dark soul with light.
Oh, I filled her Dark Soul with something. All right. Hey, what?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that?
What?
In both contexts, actually not. It's a spoiler. But let's just say you made it more incestuous than you realize.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
leave it as I'll leave it as that.
Hell yeah, sweet home Alabama.
More like Sweet Home Nippon.
No, anything incestuous always refers back to Alabama. It's the point of origin.
Even though we're talking about a Japanese video game.
Yep, it returns to Alabama.
Johnny says pause.
Unpause. I said what I said.
But but yeah, so those are my main critiques of you, Virgo. But overall, I think you actually did a good job in doing your review. I do appreciate the fact that you were straight to the point, and if you included kind of your other critiques of the game and other opinions about it, then I guarantee you that video would have reached the 10-minute mark no problem. And I do like the fact that the way it's edited, it almost kind of reminds me of a very like of how people would review video games back in the old days of YouTube, where it really is just someone explaining their thoughts concretely of how they think of the game. They're not trying to be funny. They're just trying to be informative, maybe add some humor here and there, but they're just trying to get their opinions across. They're not trying to make a YouTube skit. And uh, and only very few YouTubers can pull that off and be informative and entertaining. So and that takes a lot of effort to do, and uh a lot of experience to do. So for first video, Virgo, really good. I hope you do more of this. And again, is you can check out his video on his YouTube channel, Gaming with Kaiju Bros. I linked his video in the chat. Go support him. And Virgo, hope you're inspired to do more reviews, because I honestly think that you uh uh honestly think that you did this well, and I'd like to see you improve and do more edited content like this if it is something that you desire. So good job, my man. You made me proud. I feel like a proud dad, even though I had nothing to do with your video. It's not like I gave him like I gave him notes or something. Oh man. So yep, there you go. That's all to say about your video, Virgo. Glad you made it here so you can hear my thoughts.
God damn.
I still gotta
I
finish
will
Bale.
refrain with my thoughts.
I still gotta finish Bale 3 though. Still
Oh, you
gotta finish
didn't?
it.
Well, you
I
did
know.
do 1 and 2, right?
Yeah. I mean, I finished 1 on stream, and I've beat 2 like years ago.
Well,
Years ago.
yeah.
But I haven't I beat 3. Now I am pretty far into 3, but but I don't have the Switch with me, so you know my access to it is very limited.
You know what I don't appreciate? I don't appreciate the fact that the Xbox Game Pass took off Bayo 1 from their Game Pass.
I would complain, but literally you get Bay one for pretty cheap. It's not that big a deal.
I just no, the
And also,
cheapest I will do $5.
Burger says, appreciate it a lot. And no, I did not watch your reviews, understand the reviews. Good, because I don't like my older reviews. I do not. Which that's it's gonna happen to you too. If you keep doing this, you're gonna improve. And then when you look at your old videos, you're like, oh god, why do I do this? This is such a rookie mistake. It will happen to you
Dude,
too.
this is why I don't like looking back at my old VODs, like old
Yeah,
VODs.
yeah, Jack only looks forward. He never looks back. That's
Why does this have the same vibe of like the what? This is why
it's Sigma minds.
this goes back to that weird vibe of the see. This is why I haven't lost my virginity because I never lose.
I love that joke so. Oh, Virgo, so he has another review. The game is a secret for now. All right. You want to see that again? Do you want to see that? If you want to, if you want to be notified when that review comes out, no better way but to subscribe to his YouTube channel, Gaming with Kaiju Bros, and of course, as well, make sure to support him on Twitch as well.
God dang. Yeah.
Johnny, I love Jackpots. All my good these nuts jokes are there.
I swear to God, he keeps getting away with it. I don't know how.
He keeps getting away with it
Why can't you do that to Hack?
because I don't stream as much anymore.
You're right, point taken, but why can't you do that right now with Hack? I mean, he's right now currently reading chat.
Because John, because it's not as funny as I'll ask for Johnny. If I think in Johnny's mind, it's not as funny as he does it if he does it to me. He expects me to fall for it, but for you, he has to work for it, and that makes him more of a challenge.
All right, that's true. That's
And
true.
Johnny likes a challenge. You
Ooh,
know,
ooh.
that's that's why he chose a bottom tier Mortal Kombat character. I kid. Johnny's mid tier at best.
Oh, he's calling you mid. As the cool kids say it these days, he's calling you mid.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a shame. He's got this high tier art represented by a mid tier character.
Oh.
Oh man. It's all in good fun, Johnny. All in good fun. At least you know what? At least you didn't call yourself Cyrax, because then you're like, oh wow, you know how to do bomb setups. Ooh, good for you. It's,
Ooh.
it's like, I wonder who your main was in MK9. Ooh. Gosh, those Cyrax bomb combos in Mortal Kombat 9. They're ridiculous. No wonder he was such a top tier character. Oh man. He's like it got like with him and Kung Lao at a certain point, you just gotta drop your controller, just like, all right, just have at it. I don't care anymore. You win.
Just like every Marvel vs. Capcom game I play.
Yeah, pretty much. Johnny says, whenever use AI, he'll change into Cyrax. Galo says, you're a third-rate player with a fourth-rate character.
You know, speaking of that, why don't we ever duel?
Well,
I found a way we could play Yu-Gi-Oh. I know you never were into into card games.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I know the basics of Yu-Gi-Oh, but would it really be that fun
It would be
to
if
be able
we play in character. Be over dramatic, start yelling out on cards what they do as if no one's ever heard about them.
Oh my god. That would be good for one stream,
Exactly.
then we'd never do it again. Virgo says he hated every Cyrex player with a passion. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about. But I don't.
Yeah.
I'm thinking because it's not a bad idea. It's really not. But problem is, my Yu-Gi-Oh, um, my Yu-Gi-Oh meta, as you could say, is so low. Like it's not even funny.
Well,
And
here's the thing.
it's been an extremely long time since I even played Yu-Gi-Oh in any capacity.
Well, here's the thing. I don't want anything. It'll be pretty much original card game. No, none of the new stuff. If it
No
is new
synchro.
stuff, it will be up to XYZs, and even that's stretching it.
Dang, I was about to say no synchro summons.
No, Secret Summons is before XYZ, so yes.
Uh,
So you can use it.
yeah, but that's like guesses are all rusty, baby.
Secret Summons aren't that hard to pull off. I figured out how to pull them off.
I forgot how the rules go with them, but like I say synchro summon because that's like the farthest I could think of in terms of a mechanic I may understand. But even then, I don't understand synchro summon. Let them know XYZ. And
Basically,
don't even
with
start.
Synchro
No,
Summon.
don't start. Don't. No, no, no. It's gonna go past my head.
No,
Don't
no,
even
it's
start.
easy to. It's easy.
All right, you got 10. All right, you got 60 seconds. Hold on, wait. Hold on.
All right, all right.
Hold your thoughts. Hold your thoughts. Hold your thoughts.
I'm holding.
Hold your. Okay.
I'm
Okay. Hold
holding.
on. Holding. Holding. Holding.
I'm holding.
Holding.
I'm holding the chat hostage.
Hold the chat hostage for even more, especially Johnny.
All right. I'm holding Johnny hostage.
All right, you got. Okay, you literally got six. All right, you got literal 60 seconds. Go.
All right. So with synchro summoning, you get one monster and one tuner monster. You'll know it's a
Mhm.
tuner monster if it says on the card that literally says tuner.
All
You
right.
add up the. You know how there's stars on the cards on the very top.
Yes.
You add up those stars, and if they add up to the one synchro monster you want, you can summon that.
Is that it?
That's it.
30 seconds. Dang, you didn't half the time. Good job.
XYZ, I'll even be less. XYZ, it'll
All
literally
right.
tell you on the card. It can be like two 4-star monsters. You grab those two 4-star monsters, you put them together, and then you just pull out the XYZ. And all of these things, they don't have to be the synchro cards and the XYZ cards are in their own separate pile. So you can literally just like pull them out of your ass. Just like put it down.
Okay, not doing that literally.
Yes, yes. Yugi, every single time, he literally pulls it out of his ass.
Doesn't he? Let's see
Yes.
if you think about it. That's how he wins, right? Out of his ass.
But yeah, that's the. But I don't know anything about pendulums and after that, so don't ask for that though.
I don't even know what you're talking about. You're speaking gibberish right now.
Exactly.
Virgo says the
Literally,
hack and hold on. Virgo says the hack and Jack Battle City tournament.
like literally, with pendulums, the first time I ever went against a pendulum deck, this is how it went. Me, I put my card down and I set a trap. I end my turn. Next guy. I put this card down, which then activates this effect. And then I put this card in the middle. And then I put another card in the middle. Oh, it says something about Pendulum Link. I don't know what that means, but hey, it's there. And I have all 5. I filled up my whole space with monsters. Your turn. I concede.
So Johnny K says now some of those specify that the monsters used have to be fiend type or zombie type, and so on. Guys says I get to dust off the old ghetto deck. Ah, so you got Joey's deck.
But yeah,
Johnny says
you can
Pendulum
easily.
Solitaire.
Yeah, it feels like it. I don't know. I don't understand it at all, but it looks like it because you're seeing the guy pull cards out of everywhere and going like there it is. That's my beauty right there. full monster field. Next turn, I'm gonna hit you with all of them. All of them have 3,000 attack.
The Ghetto says here the whole reason the world was destroyed to begin with was because Kaiba saw the duel between Yugi and Atem. That must have been powerful. That must have been a powerful duel. Also, my mind just is thinking of something. If we do this, if we do our when we have our Battle City tournament of mediocrity. which of these old rusty Yu-Gi-Oh players and non-players can make it to the top? Then it's something that we gotta hype up. And you know what? It is something we can do since it's a card game, so that's so necessarily means we don't English hard. It fits with the means that we have at the moment, and it's a good way to do a special kind of fight night.
I'll put on the Spotify music. I don't care if we get copyright stricken. It has to come in with the Yu-Gi-Oh music. You can't say no to that, right? It has to be.
Johnny says, "Rusty, how dare you, nerd." The fact that you're not Rusty Johnny and Yu-Gi-Oh tells me everything. Nerd.
I had to rebuild my whole deck though. I don't even know what it contains.
I don't even have a deck.
Oh, you poor thing.
I actually had a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards as a kid. A bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards as a kid. I don't even know where those went though.
I know the one my brother built for me. It's still in his room somewhere. I think I can reference that to see how my deck was.
Gato says in the manga he didn't see the duel, but he wanted the salty back so much. Kaiba traveled to the land of the dead to do a Tem.
He really did.
He also says put on the classic music to duel CD. Only thing I can recall about my deck, not anything specific, was but I know which okay, do you remember those metal tin cans of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that represented by a character from the show?
No.
It was okay. Okay, so during that time when Yu-Gi-Oh was on TV and was still hot. It was hot, I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know how you have you have the aluminum foil packages which just come with any random cards, right? There's these 5 or 4 cards.
Yeah. The booster packs, yes.
Right. They also have I don't know what they're technically called, but essentially there was these aluminum cans, these fancy cans that are themed around a character of the show. So there's a Yugi one, there's a Kaiba one, there's a Joey one, and I think there was a Pegasus one. So this was early on. And in those and in these cans, it comes with the cards that the character used. And as well as some and as well as some of the effect cards that was that were used and are used in the game in general. So if you want, let's say you want to get Dark Magician, well you have to buy the Yugi tin can because he had the Dark Magician card. If you wanted Blue Eyes, you have to get the Kaiba one. If you wanted to get Red Eyes, you have to get the Joey one.
Yeah, now I remember. I don't remember what they were called, but I'm just gonna make up a term. They're they're like the starter packs.
Yeah, so that's how I got Johnny says starter deck. That's
Yep.
what he says.
Tomato. Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, so pretty much I was able to get 3 starter decks with Yugi's, Kaiba's, and Joey's, and then from there I would just randomly get a whole bunch of different cards from either whatever booster pack I found or the best way when you're out of your local taqueria and you look at the machines and you ask your mom for 4 quarters, you put your quarters in, you push them in the little slot, and out comes a little card, and you take out the white the white flip thing. Open it up, and you either got an actually authentic Yu-Gi-Oh card, just one card, or a straight up bootleg.
So, let's read the chat a little bit because I gotta. Well, first of all, Ghetto. I actually know a site you can use that's basically you can end up playing for free. All the cards are unlocked. It's everything. It's called Dueling Book. I think one of someone in this chat. I think it was Johnny. Was the one? Yeah, there he goes. We were all. I thought we were gonna play in Dueling Book because all the cards are available. So
and,
go
and
there.
it is more efficient.
Other than that, Johnny also said, "Vibe check. What's your favorite monster?"
Let's see. As a kid, who did I like as a kid? Well, let's see. I definitely like the blue eyes white dragon, but everyone liked the blue eyes white dragon. It's like asking who is like it's like when someone says, "What's your favorite god card?" Slifer. It's kind of tame, but if I had to really think about if there's anything I actually liked that wasn't that wasn't the usual stuff. Uh, Jeez. I'll think about it for a bit. Jack, what's your answer?
So I got two. One for like the I guess the basic answer, which is it's Red Ice Darkness Metal Dragon. That one's a pretty fun one to pull on in a deck. Basically, what ends up happening is any card that you have, any dragon card in the graveyard that you have for like a certain amount of attack, you could special summon it into the. You could just like revive it and put it into your monster field. So that one's a pretty
Okay.
fun one.
Okay.
My.
I think I remember. I think I remember one I actually did like. However,
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember its name. I remember what it looked like, but I don't remember its name. Oh, never mind. Oh dang, I actually did remember it. The monster, at least by design, I don't know how good as an actual card, but just from design, one card a monster I really like was Summon Skull,
Oh yeah, that one's a good one too.
which I like his design. It's very look at back on it. That is 90s. That's 90s AF.
Now,
This muscular skeleton.
now here's one that I actually I like. Weirdly enough, and it's probably gonna surprise y'all. Sangan.
How do you spell that?
Sangan. Both those N's are like N as in no.
Who I'm looking at here. Oh, this thing. I forgot about this thing.
It's a very
Like
basic card, but I don't know why I like it.
like it's like a creepy pasta version of Karibo.
It's one of those cards that you kind of want it to die. That way you could special summon something else.
I mean, with its, I mean, surprisingly high attack points, but yeah, with its defense points, that's a card meant to be meant to be sacrificed.
Yep. And let me see here. Ghetto says a white woman so pretty, a man betrayed his ruler, and his reincarnation became obsessed with her.
They talk about Pitch Black War Wolf,
Ah.
which I'm looking at the card now. Pretty let's see here. Pretty metal. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Pretty metal.
And then Johnny K says Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro is an APK to play online that resolves all the effects by itself. All cards available too, but requires download. Ooh, yeah, that one's a good one we can do. But then we have to play on mobile.
Yeah, which won't work for our purposes.
We'll have a camera. We'll just we'll make a video out of it with just only our cameras.
Yeah, that's as soon as we have a camera. If it,
I'll have
I
a
don't know
webcam.
I I technically have a webcam. I don't trust it because it's not great because it's a built-in webcam, but I technically have it.
Oh, no, is it not an APK? Let me see. Oh,
Available on PC.
okay. I see that. I see it now. Yeah, we will probably do that since the problem with Dueling Book is that you kind of have to know the effects and you have to do everything manually.
I see.
So
Oh, you.
Yu-Gi-Oh Pro would be nice.
All right then. That's something that's easily available. Only thing is, on now the hard part is how to figure out what kind of deck I want, and I know we limit it to essentially what to just the way I see it to just GX. But still a lot of cards to sort through and be like, I don't even know which one will work for me.
The best thing to ask yourself is what would be your play style?
Aggressive. Be aggressive with some traps here and there.
Aggressive with some traps here and there. Anything
Yeah.
else?
Um. That's as far as I got. That I'm not good with strategy, man. I'm not good with strategy.
Ah, hmm. For me, like when I play somewhat aggressively, once when my cards are all there, but the best thing I like is like special summoning and banishing. So meaning like everything will be thrown out eventually.
I
The
see.
Zap Brannigan style of fighting.
Ah, this deck was built like a stay house, but she handles like a bistro.
Yes.
Johnny says you can find and download decks on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro website. They all types of deck lists. You can test them against the machine too.
Against the Ghetto Machine. Ghetto Machine has a second job. He has to go.
Shoot, if that was a second job, he wouldn't be here right now. He would be like, "Should I get paid to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Screw you
No, that's
guys."
the thing. He's gotten so good that he's playing right now on 20 different screens while watching us. That's how
He's like
good he is.
he's like a prodigy chess player, but for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Exactly.
You know, just maybe like one of the old handheld Yu-Gi-Oh games and feel it out. Just feel it out, man. Don't worry about it, you know? Don't worry about who's touching who. Just feel it out, man.
What? Can you
Hey man, look.
by that again?
Hey, look, man. Like a blind man in an orgy, I'm gonna have to feel things out. Quote Frank Drebin, naked gun 33 in the third. I'm not smart enough for a joke like that.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Pause.
uh you know it's funny. You know it's funny. All this talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Make you relive all those memories.
Ah, yes.
As like never actually learned how to play the game at the proper time that I had those cards.
Man, I remember actually learning how to play the game because my brother and his friends used to play that game a lot, and they would do things like literally uh go over to each other's houses, have like a. I remember there was a six-way pause deck, like a six-way duel pause. So yeah, and everyone would just be like trying to attack other people at random. Some people would be ganging up on others. There would be teams, and I ended up being able to play with like a starter deck, so that was pretty fun.
That's neat. I think the only time I ever played Yu-Gi-Oh with any uh serious would be the word fluid, but with any intent to actually like learn how to play it was back in high school when you showed me that website. Do you remember?
I don't remember actually showing you that website, did I?
Yeah, I don't know what website it was, but but it was a type of a way to do with people online, albeit very basic. Um,
It
where
could have
you
been
can,
Dueling Network.
I mean, it could have been. I it if it is, then it probably is. I don't remember what it was called, but I remember that's how I, for a brief moment, got to doing Yu-Gi-Oh again. Actually, getting interested into it. It didn't last too long, but for a brief while, I did. Was like, oh yeah, I'll start getting the hang of the game. And then one too many losses later, no, two like three losses in a row later. I'm like, well, I don't really know how to play this game. But it did encourage me to at least check out. I remember I downloaded a demo for Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, which is a PS4 game. Um,
Mm-hmm.
which, uh, it was it's a nice kind of streamlined way to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Uh, and I wish I could have played it more, but after a while, the desire to try to keep going kind of died out, and so I had no interest in playing the full game after that.
Oh,
But
oh,
but for the brief time, I was enjoying it. So it's not like it's not like I'm going into uncharted waters. It's just something that didn't the enjoyment didn't last too long.
you know, I just remembered something, and I forgot that I saw a video that there was apparently I think either fully or semi-fully animated season of Yu-Gi-Oh, which was Yu-Gi-Oh season 0. That was when
Ah,
Yugi,
that's why Kai had the green hair.
yeah, that and the whole thing where it wasn't really just about duel monsters. It was a bunch of other games.
Right, back when Yami was an actual psychopath.
My God, he and I was thinking to myself, man, some of those characters died, and some of them, I think he played Russian roulette at some point.
Yep, he did. Yami don't play. Yami don't play. Even if he is playing, he don't play. Oh, which I actually which was such a very dark and disturbing beginning to Yu-Gi-Oh! Makes you wonder when makes you wonder if it's either the creator himself or his editors being like, "Hey, look, you gotta tone this down. We gotta sell this to kids, you know."
No, actually, I think how it went was basically that one moment where they were talking about a certain card game and they showed the cards, which was the a very basic form of Yu-Gi-Oh. And I think it was that one episode where they were like, which monster do I have? Is it high or low? And things like that. Uh, People were asking a bunch. They were like saying, "We want that. We want a card game out of that." And eventually, enough people were bugging the publishers or whoever's above him to, and then they bugged him to actually make a card game out of this.
Dang. Imagine you end up starting out. I was like, I just want to draw manga. Then you'd be like, hey, you know what? Now I'm gonna make a card game. And then after that, then after that, the rest is history.
And for those of you, so I found out a recent anime that was actually had that same vibe of Yu-Gi-Oh season 0, as I'm gonna call it, and it's called Kakegurui. Oh, Kakegurui. Yeah, something like that. Basically, the premise is it's a school, but and it's supposedly normal, but in reality, everything's about gambling in this school.
I remember seeing this when I scroll through Netflix,
Yeah, I
and
saw it.
as well on Twitter when I see folks drawing art of that main girl who I'm guessing she's crazy or something.
No, she's just a very impulsive gambler.
So she's crazy then. Gotcha.
No, she's an addict.
Exactly. She's crazy. Okay.
But I mean, in a way, it, okay, you're not wrong because she is a compulsive gambler, but at the same time, she literally loves the thrill of potentially losing everything.
So she's a thrill seeker.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
But I was just thinking to myself, man, if I actually enjoyed watching that show, maybe I would enjoy watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 and seeing how everything is. Because then, imagine that. Imagine a Tem Season 0 versus that main girl. It'll be some weird ass stuff happening with just this pure gambling moment. I don't know.
Let's see. Ghetto says, I watch Kakaguri for the plot.
Oh yeah. That girl, she gets excited. Excited,
Ghetto,
quote unquote.
Ghetto, what you say? She's strange. Ghetto knows what I'm talking about.
But yeah, she gets excited whenever
Oh, hold on.
there's a
Johnny
thrill.
says Jack. It says Jack watch Kaiji Ultimate Survivor. It's Kakuri, but much better. I remember. I remember hearing of Kaiji. Oh no! You want to talk about someone with a gambling addict? Oy vey,
Yeah,
oy vey.
but let me see. I will judge it by this.
Yeah, and I like it.
Okay. I'll raise you on
Tell
this.
me ever do.
Does it have the plot?
Oh.
If it doesn't have the plot, then I don't know.
If I understand, Kaiji makes up for it by actually having a. I'm kidding. I'm sure both stories actually have plots, but from what I've seen of it, no, because it's not that type of show. It's one of
See,
those things. It's one of those. If Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just going based off what I remember. Um, Johnny bonked these man. I
you
think
can't
Kaiji
bonk
is.
me. I bonk myself.
I think Kaiji is more heavy. It's more heavy on the dramatics of seeing someone spiraling down in their addiction.
Oh no! I opened up voice mod. God dang it!
And what bonked me for? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Oh,
But
that
yes, you
all
get
that
bonus
else.
points for plot, but
Well,
nothing else.
and you know what? All that I'll say to you, Johnny, is careful, Icarus. Now keep it as that. I won't go further. You get that one. That's it. I don't want to repeat.
I don't want to repeat.
Oh man, hurt my neck. Oof, man.
Oh wait,
You know the
wait.
last time
It
you know
just it's better to read the manga. Does the manga have plot?
he says it's not as toned down as as the anime. So there you go. That should tell you
Hmm.
something.
Hmm. Get a and I like it.
Oh no, that's something different. That's something different.
Oh, context.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Yeah, I know the context of that line. Johnny says that was my name, and they made me change it when I crossed.
I knew it.
Oh, I get no. Inside joke. I get you,
No,
Johnny.
I
I
knew he was
get you.
illegal. We're all illegal here,
You
except
think
for
a
Hack.
you think a Brazilian man's gonna call himself Johnny?
Yeah, you're right. I knew it. We're all illegal here.
Not we're over. Not we're in. Not we're overseas or in the sky. Ghetto says I'm in Yu-Gi-Oh. He said read the original Yu-Gi-Oh manga is not as uh is not as it's a lot it's a darker tones in the anime. So he corrected us.
I know, but at
Gotcha.
the same time, I kind of did like that Shadow Realm idea.
You know, it was the last time. You know, it was the last time I heard of a gambling addiction.
When?
Not fiction. It'd be this is a non-fiction story actually. My former boss, except he didn't have a gambling addiction, but he did almost die.
So you're implying he had an addiction.
No, I'm saying he didn't have an addiction, but he did almost die.
Huh.
It's a long story. I don't know if I remember it real well. One thing I can say from that is number one, don't count cards, and number two, especially don't count cards in front of people who look like they can kill you. And that's your hack moral lesson of the day.
No, no, no. Here's a better moral lesson. Number one, count cards. Number two, just be wary of where you're at. There you go.
Or number three, don't do it at all if you value your life, and especially you live in the really, really bad parts of Texas.
Because, like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay. One, it's not that hard to count cards, from what I heard. Two, it's kind of
If,
their
if
own fault for being played like that. That's just it. It's
well,
not
well,
illegal.
when it comes to gambling, you got to find ways to get to your own advantage, right? Admittedly,
Exactly.
he said, he was young, he was on a roll.
And like that's the thing that it's so stupid that people really think that counting cards is like a bad thing to do when it's really not even illegal. It's literally something. Yeah, as Ghetto says, I don't understand why counting cards is an issue. It's basic and anyone can do it. Literally that anyone can do it. The only
Well,
reason why people don't count casinos specifically don't want you to count cards is because they don't want to lose money.
yeah, but it wasn't at a casino.
Oh, I know what you were implying, but still,
Yeah,
like that was the reason why counting cards nowadays. It seems like that's why people are like, oh no, you shouldn't count cards.
yeah. It was a very evolving story when you told it. I don't think it can ever do it justice. But that was certainly one late night shift I'll never forget.
And for some reason, the chat on stream doesn't show it, but Ghetto says, if my dumbass can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah, true. Although my boss was really good with numbers, like scarily good.
Basically, if
Uh,
I'm correct, the way it goes is that high cards like suits, yeah, like the Jack Queen King Queen Jack 10 and aces, they're a positive number. And the lower cards like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 2, 3, 4, 5, I think to 5, they're a negative number.
sure. But Johnny has the best advice. He says, "How about you don't gamble? That'll do the trick." Correct, sir. Correct.
Nah, nah.
Unless it's in a slot machine in Yakuza.
Nah, you always I would say you could take the risk if you know how to play the game. Like if you
Yeah,
can game the system, take advantage and then run.
yeah, Johnny. She's got the jack. She's got the jack.
See, what I would do is if I'm able to do like these big heists like that, I would go to every casino in Vegas, win a good amount of times, but not to the point where it gets suspicious. Go
But
to
Jack,
another
don't you?
casino.
But Jack, don't you know the song?
What song?
You gotta know when to run 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. And never count all your money when you're sitting at the table. But you can count all your money when the dealing's done.
Exactly. I know you're trying to do. You gotta know when to fold. But yeah, that's basically it. When you're win the big amounts of money that you can, that's not suspicious. Cash out, go to another casino, do the same thing, cash out, repeat, rinse and repeat.
Let's see the day when Jack does this in real life and see what happens.
Hack, I have a problem. I have too much money now.
And
And these
untaxed
women
money
can't
too.
and these women can't stop following me.
It's like, well, you chose his life, Jack. What do you want me to do?
Take one.
I'll take some of the cash. They ain't taking any of the women. They probably got STDs. Good luck. Make sure to wear rubber. Or learn how to say no.
I do
Ghetto
say
says
no, but they beat me.
weak. Ghetto says I learned how to play blackjack from God Hand. Help me win a few games. Still can't play poker in my life though. Johnny says poker is fun. Well, the only card game worth playing is Goldfish
I like Texas Hold'em. I don't know.
because only
Poker
because
is annoying.
because only true heroes play Goldfish. Just ask Captain America, Daredevil, and the Punisher, and Spider Man.
You know what I would really just do at a like at in Vegas? I would literally only get like cash out, like have $100 in my ATM. Like I'll take that much out and go to the penny slots for any specific casino that will give you free drinks, and just be at the penny slots because they're still required to give you a drink.
I would just enjoy a buffet and watch some shows.
And oh, you know what'll be better? Spend my money on the Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear 3 Solid.
The Mega Solid 3 pachinko machine.
Yeah, hell yeah.
If you can find one.
I will see the HD quality myself.
You just watch it on YouTube.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
I want to hear the plink plinks.
The clink clinks and the clank clank.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of clank, clank. You know what I've been getting back into these past week. You know what I've been getting back into?
What?
Double toasted.
Really? How are they
Yeah,
doing?
because still going strong. I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see they're still doing their thing. I know some people have changed them. You know, that's happens. Times go on. Some people will come in, some people leave. But the main core of Corey and Martin, of the core of Double Toasted, they're still there. And goddamn, Martin is getting old. He went from just having a little mustache. Now he has a full Santa beard.
Hell yeah.
Trim Santa beard, but man, he's getting when now that is it's very interesting to think now that at this point that they are certifiably getting old, and I'm just remembering when I first discovered them, not Double Toasted, but who they were before Double Toasted, that being Spill.com, and remembering their animated reviews. Gosh, that was oh my gosh! As a kid, I couldn't get enough of those. Just watching their little animated segments, and then eventually I would listen to their full episodes. And it just unlocked a memory of where all my jargon and lingo and I guess knowledge of film criticism came from, and it was from watching the Spill guys, aka Double Toasted, like all those years ago, and then and I've only recently got back to Double Toasted now because I stopped watching them around 2012 ish. I want to say. So it's been a long time since I seen them.
Mm-hmm.
But I came back into them mostly because it was just like I was just trying to look for new things to listen to while I'm working. And I'm not always in the mood for music, and a lot of the try to the podcast or audio shows I'll try to find, or some of them will be like, they're okay, or one will just get me so annoyed I don't want to bother listening to them. So it was a godsend, Jack. It was a godsend when I rediscovered Double Toasted and be like, shoot, there's so much of things I gotta catch up on. So a lot of films I'm curious about to see. And of course, they always manage this to make me at least laugh once with every one of their reviews. Because I think the best thing about them is that even if you don't agree with their film criticisms, they at least you can have fun with them. And as always, whenever they review like a seriously bad movie, you are in for a good time. Just in for a good time as they demolish these like terrible movies. Especially Ghetto, you can relate, especially with them Tyler Perry movies. Oh boy. Oof. I still remember how much fun I had listening to the review of Temptation. Oh God. Oh, that's a crazy Tyler Perry movie. Oh God. Well, yeah, I've enjoyed. It's been good. It's been good fun.
I'm glad. I might need to go back to see how they're doing myself. I
Yeah.
ever since whenever you recommended them to me, or just technically it's just mentioned, but still, uh, I really did enjoy a lot of their reviews and the way they set up their whole show. So I might go back and see what they're doing.
Yeah. Yep. I haven't checked them. I only really just been focused on the movie reviews. I don't know what other stuff they are doing. I know they're definitely doing the streams as well. You gotta change with the times and all that. So, so I think the only thing I can critique is that because they have to abide by YouTube's rules because they want to be monetized. I do understand when they censor the swear words, but the problem is that instead of just doing bleeps, they would mute the swear words. The problem
Yeah.
and it just and it just it messes with me because then I think if I when that happens, then I would instantly check my phone to see if either something is coming to interrupt the video or if I'm like, dang, are they headphones acting up again? But no, it's just that that's how they censor themselves, and I'm like, uh, he's like, just give me the beeps or like there's like or make an effort to not curse as much so you don't have to do that much editing to the audio to begin with.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because you don't want to hinder the way hinder their flow conversation like that. But you got to work with what you got. Man. Oh man. Actually, dang. Actually, I'm curious about something. I'm going to YouTube right now and I want to see. I want to see if I could even still find their old reviews when they were well when Kit was Spill. Oh wow, someone made an archive channel. Yeah,
Hell
I'll
yeah.
be. Yep. Oh man. Oh man. Yep. Yep. The archive channel looks like it was uh it hasn't been active lately. So either they uploaded everything or they just stopped being active 6 years ago. But yeah, we got like old audios from we're talking about 2008, 2009. Which is, oh man, Jack, that's how many years ago now?
2008. That's
Or
at
20,
least.
that's like 15 years ago. Oh my god, it's 15 years ago.
We're getting there, man. We're getting
Oh
there.
god, I started listening to these guys 15 years ago. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, the age hits you hard.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I was 11. Oh my god, why was I listening to them when I was 11 or 12 years old? Oh god, man, I was fine. I was definitely finding weird things on it. Well, not weird. There's definitely far from the weirdest, but I was definitely listening to things I wasn't supposed to as a kid.
See,
Oh,
we're getting
yeah.
old.
God,
It is inevitable.
it is. It is. It's just when you think about it, it's like, God dang. I mean, heck, I remember recently rewatching the very first Spider-Man movie, and I'm like, dang, this movie's 20 years old now. 20 years old. And next year, Jack, Spider-Man 2 is gonna be 20 years old.
Yay.
Oh,
I
oh
remember
man.
when I went out to the movies to see that with my brother.
Oh man. I never saw any of them in the theaters. Our family didn't have enough money to go to the theaters every so often, but we had enough money to wait 6 months for the DVD.
Hell yeah. But look at y'all now.
Yep, still not going to the theaters only because streaming service is just a lot more convenient.
Not just that. I
Not
mean, well, at your family's house, they have a home theater with a very good speaker set.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Too bad. Too bad. The
The
what
bass
was it?
stopped, right? Or was it like the
Uh,
left speaker?
no, it wasn't a less speaker. It was the what is that? It is for bass sounds, but
Sub
like
bass.
subwoofer.
Yeah.
The
I
subwoofer
was
went out,
close.
but honestly, I mean, sure, I mean, the subwoofer just give you vibrations.
Yeah, but
Like, do you
then
really want? Do you really feel those vibrations all over the house?
yes, exactly. Make it make it feel like we're having an earthquake in Texas.
Ghetto says, and it'll still be the best Spider-Man movie of all time. Damn straight,
What throw some dirt in
man.
your eye?
That's the third one,
I
but
know, but still, it's a funny
it
ass quote.
it is. But that first movie, you know, it could be nostalgia, but that first movie, along with the first Ninja Turtles movie, the first Superman movie, there were like things where like you're like, here, this is the standard of how you should make a superhero movie. If you can at least do that, then you're good on my book, which is a pretty high standard to go by. Only because that these comic movies are honor the source material in the ways that matter, and even in terms of the look of them, which nowadays that's surprisingly hard to do. But I don't want to go into that because comic book movies now they make me sad. They make me sad. So I don't want to be sad. But was that movie? Is that movie really that old? Huh.
Stop! You're trying to show
Age.
everyone's age right now.
Yeah, like don't you remember the movie where Kevin James got fit to be in a movie about anime? Everyone remembers that, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, just me. Okay, okay. But you certainly remember the third Big Mama's House movie.
Oh my god. I remember hearing of it, but I never watched it.
Big Mama like father like son.
It was, the them 2000 movies were certainly a thing.
Yep, like oh, you know what's something I completely forgot about that was a thing until I went to see Avatar, the newest Avatar.
Hmm.
Remember when 3D was a thing?
Yeah, I mean it's still a thing, but just I don't know. It just seems like it lost its
Oh yeah, it lost its appeal.
yeah.
But literally 3D was brought back for the second Avatar movie.
Hell yeah. I remember watching the first Avatar with the 3D glasses, and it was that time whenever they were switching out to that them new glasses where there wasn't the
Oh,
red and blue stuff.
yeah, it was like when it was actually like good 3D.
And in a way I was still somewhat disappointed with the fact that the as a kid I was okay. I always memed on the fact that like whenever the early 2000s had the 3D with the red and blue glasses, they always had to do that whoa, that type of like in your face camera position.
Oh right.
But at the same time, I liked it because I was so disappointed when I saw the Avatar movie and the 3D stuff was just like meh. It was just there.
It was in your face. It's like, hey, let's just try. Let's actually make this world immersive with death. And little Jack is like, but no one's poking me on the screen. This sucks.
I know. I mean, I liked the movie still, but it was just not that 3D aspect. I was like, why did I even get 3D for this?
He wants some cat people poke him in his face. That sounds like some furry fan fiction right there.
And Johnny, yes, I did. He said he's asking, did you have to put the 3D glasses over your regular glasses? I did. It was very uncomfortable.
And it wasn't worth it, I guess.
See, that was the thing. It was like we paid extra for that 3D, and I was disappointed that one, it was not in your face, and two, the glasses were in my face.
Hey, there you go. It makes up for it. Ghetto says, excuse me. Ghetto says, I do think the first Ninja Turtles is a gold standard for adaptation since it adapts the comics faithfully while still having things from the cartoon. That is very true. Very true. So it can be done. It just takes a lot of people willing to actually work with the source material and not try to insert their vision that either contradicts or clashes with the source material. Because everyone wants to do their thing, but at the same time, if you're working on another property that's not yours, you do there comes expectation you have to respect the other property. Like with Peter Jackson did with Lord of the Rings. He made the changes that he had to make, but for the most part, he made sure that it was those movies were made as if J.R. Tolkien himself would enjoy them. So, but eh, those that's a rarity. That's a rarity.
Oh, very quickly. Speaking of Avatar, but a different Avatar.
Oh, the Last Airbender.
Yep. Did you know
What
that they
about it?
already sent out a 5-year roadmap for their stuff?
I remember hearing about that. There's gonna be a new Avatar show.
Yeah. So let me just like hear
Now
Avatar.
I'm not sure. Is it gonna be just another one that's set after Korra, or was it or is it one that's gonna be set when Aang and the gang are in their later years?
All the above. So I'm trying
Hmm.
to find the picture here, but the roadmap was like literally showing. Oh, right here. I think there's a Reddit post of it. Again, not confirmed, but at the same time, it's from. It was apparently added by the Avatar news stuff and things like that. So, for summer of 2023, so yeah, this year,
Yeah.
there's supposedly going to be a Netflix live action of Avatar: The Last Airbender Book One.
I
So the
remember
first season,
I remember hearing about that. I'm sure it's gonna go swimmingly.
hopefully.
Probably not.
Summer 2025. So 2 years later, it's gonna be showing book two, which is Earth. So season two. That's where we're gonna
Right.
get Toph and stuff.
Right.
And then there's gonna be the adult team Avatar animated film on October 10th, 2025. So it's gonna be taking place before Korra during that time when they were all adults.
So we're gonna get two remakes and a essentially spin-off.
Yeah, spin off, prequel, however you want to say it.
Well, it's not a prequel to the original, and
It's a prequel to Korra, technically.
it's a spin-off. Let's just call it a
All right.
spin-off.
And then winter 2025, it's gonna be announcing the new Earth Avatar. That's when we supposedly have that new Avatar.
I see. So pretty much they're hyping up the Avatar train so that we could be excited for a post Korra Avatar show.
And then there's gonna be October 9th, 2026. There's gonna be an animated film for Zuko.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
People love Zuko.
He
Uh,
actually is a pretty good character. Well developed in the sense of where he
Yeah, he is. He
yeah,
is, and he's also popular with the shipping community.
that too. And 2020, oh, people, funny thing is like how people made the death, not the deaths, what are they called technically? The writers, they made fun of that with the uh the third season where they had the little play,
Oh
the
yeah,
play episode.
I remember that.
That
Yeah.
one was pretty funny. Anyways, with 2026, this is going to be the technical spin-off animated series. Literally, it's just called spin-off right now.
So
And
another spinoff. Okay.
yep. And then uh finally on the summer 2027, there's gonna be the last season of the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action.
Man, Netflix is really banking on that first remake film. Really, really gonna be the launch pad for all these Avatar projects.
Oh, and then here's the last two things, which it's up in the air. It's October 8, 2027, and then something else in 2027. And another animated film and another animated series.
So they're literally working on Avatar still for the next 4 years.
Supposedly. Again, we had
Well,
to add that quotation, supposedly.
I mean that's the plans, but it all hinges if them literally remaking the first season of the original show is a success. That's a lot to write on.
Yeah.
Because if it isn't, and I mean, I'm sure in terms of numbers it'll do fine, but if the returning numbers don't go through with that second movie, with the season 2 remake, then it's
If
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
really bad on the season 1, they'll just cancel all the seasons. Like how they
True,
did with
Netflix.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, Netflix has that authority. Get Johnny says Zuko has the best written arc in all of fiction. I'm gonna listen to any arguments against this statement.
You know what's sad?
Hey,
There actually is people that think that he has a bad arc.
people have bad opinions on everything. Just
Yeah.
look at YouTube reviewers,
Yep.
excluding Virgo. He has the best opinion. But no, people are they're entitled to what they think is all. You just have to they just have to make sure that whatever opinion they have on is actually based on something that's real
Well, they can be
and not
entitled to their opinion, but they can also be entitled to this L that I'm going to give them.
exactly exactly. So so what's that phrase? Be pre- be pre- be if you can't take the beating for your stupid opinions, then don't say them at all.
Yep.
Oh, like that time that one guy got got so upset when tried to review the famous Mr. Freeze episode of Batman the Animated Series, and couldn't fathom how Batman could break Mr. Freeze's glass with soup, not knowing that if a hot temperature reacts to cold glass, it is going to shatter.
Ah, yes. Oh, I forgot to
Basic
ask.
thermodynamics.
I forgot to ask you. Did you ever watch all of Avatar?
Uh, Technically, yes.
Technically, yes. Well, I guess the better question is, are you even interested in that type of topic?
Literally no.
Then never mind.
I wish I was kind of more into it, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just it's been some time because I actually saw Avatar when it aired, and I-
Mm-hmm.
and I remember and I especially remember the hype for that third season of Avatar was, and just how much Nickelodeon was hyping that up. I still remember that, but and I did remember rewatching the first two seasons when it was on Netflix years ago before it was celebrated on its return to Netflix. But even then, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna ever say like, oh, it's a overrated show or a bad show. It's just something that never resonated with me in the long run, and it wasn't something that I wanted to go back. What it wasn't a world or a setting that I really wanted to go put myself back into and enjoy it. And I can't tell you why. I don't know why.
You know, the only thing I did kind of not like the fact, oh, that could be why they're doing the Zuko movie. So, a little fun fact is that there was a side plot that was never finished in the Avatar show, the
Hmm.
first one, and it was basically what happened to Zuko's mom.
Oh, that's right. Didn't they answer that in a comic?
Yep, that could be a move. That could be the movie that they might be making.
Or they could retcon it.
That would be
Okay,
sad if they retcon it. Well, actually, no.
well,
It would be okay in a certain sense because the mom was literally like, her answer was literally this: I don't want to go back. I want to have my old life back. Because that was basically what happened. She was in a way sold off to the prince.
you know what I am imagining?
Mm-hmm.
I with you describing that, I was imagining that famous scene from Fresh Prince of Bel Air when Will meets his is reconnects with his absentee dad,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a very famous scene in that entire show where after his where when like to kind of summarize it, Will is he is he's excited because he's about to be reconnect with his dad. They're about to go off and do things together, and he's excited because it's someone that's not been in his life for such a long time, and and then he comes to learn that his dad, you know, yeah, he came back, but he didn't come back for him,
Mm-hmm.
and that he was going to leave without him, and that all those promises he did that they promised, he wasn't gonna keep. And Ghetto is a core right there. When the episode near the end of the episode, after the dad leaves, and Will he was screaming at his dad of how he's gonna be a better father than he ever than his own dad. And, he's trying to act tough, and then he looks at Uncle Phil, and right there the quote Ghetto says at that moment Will, he loses bravado and he breaks down and he says, "How come you don't want me, man?" And so that line made me think of Zuko looking at his mom and turning to Uncle Iroh and going, "How come she don't want me, man?"
Yeah, I mean that was literally it because like
Oh,
he was she was basically saying she she was literally saying that she wanted to forget them.
oh my god, it works. Oh my god, it works so well. How can someone doesn't believe that? Let's just put have like take that scene from Fresh Prince, have Zuko on superimpose Zuko's head on Will's body, and have the like, how could she don't want me, man? With Uncle Iroh on Uncle Phil's body. How come no one has done that yet? Jeez.
Because what happened is that she fled the country because they were planning on they exiled her. That was the only because they were planning, of course they were planning to kill Zuko whenever Azula said that they were actually going to execute Zuko for his insolence, quote unquote. They were
Right.
actually going to do that and it was not a lie. So instead they banished his mom, and his mom went to forget her past life, which was with
Uh,
Zuko, or not past life, but her memories with them, and went
yeah.
back to the old village she used to be and fell in love with the person she liked with a new face. By the way, she went to see
Oh.
Ko, the face stealer.
Wait, did she have a new family too?
I think so, but I don't remember if she did have like a new
Oh man, that would
son or
hurt.
daughter.
Oh, that would hurt so much if that was the case. That would
But like
hurt.
she never got her memories back. She just said like I assumed this and that, but okay.
Man, that hurts. She don't love you so hard that she would rather change her identity literally and have a different baby that's not you.
Yeah.
Ouch. Ooh, Zuko, my man. You need a hug, Zuko? You need a hug, man? I can't get you your mama, but I could get you a sweet bowl of ice cream.
Oh, and Azula was there too because of course they remember that was the whole scene. So they
That
they
cra-
took they took Azula with her on the whole
that
fiasco.
that crazy broad.
Yep.
Oh, Avatar's crazy, man. It's crazy. You know what's even crazier?
Mm-hmm.
the fact that the creators had feel like they had to remake the original show into 3 movies.
Yeah.
Fucking Zuko's mom. To be fair, put in her shoes, seeing her daughter and what ended up having to their son, I kind of don't blame her. At the same time, she could have actually. I mean, it's extreme circumstances, so I can't. Just based on what Jax explained, I can't really fault her. At the same time, when she could at least be more open to Zuko, considering that it's not like he did. It's not like he's his sister, and as far as I know, as far as I know, it's not like there was any ill will towards him or being like you're the problem child. But it's the circumstances, for the drama.
Yeah.
Why don't she love me, man? Why don't she love me?
I'm gonna see if I could find a clip of it and then put it on y'all's Discord so you could see that one final panel.
Oh man. Speaking of, I made my promise. I made the Wolverine meme out of ghetto.
I can't wait to see
Oh, it's there on my Discord.
right now because I don't know if you where you put it.
I could repost it here on the sources so you can see it. I see shit. If oh wait no
Oh,
wait
I
it
see it.
might
I see it. I see it.
it. I was gonna say yeah.
It's
I was
perfect.
yes. It took some creative photoshopping, but I was able to do it. Oh man, I think Jack. I think it's about time we start closing things off. What do you think?
Yes, because I actually still have to wake up early, sadly enough.
Yeah. All right then. So then, as it close things off, Jack. What what do what do you have to announce? Uh, what what do you have? Oh, hold on. Okay, Gels reminded me of what we said last episode. He says, as previously stated, I will recreate it when this channel hits 200. It could be a possibility, man. We are now at 128 subscribers. Two more be 130. If we keep going at the pace we're in,
We'll
we'll
get there.
definitely make it to 200. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes, Ghetto. Better find yourself a Wolverine costume. And not the Hugh Jackman version with the black leather. Gotta find that yellow spandex.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, better get used to. If you're not used to them already, better start get used to wearing tights with your Langley body. All right, Jack. What do you have to announce on for the uh f- for the Hack Jack show until the next episode?
All right. So, um, as for tomorrow, of course, since right now I'm still currently having to wake up early to work early. I did say early twice. Uh, of course, my streams for these upcoming days will be early at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. The first one should be Demesia. I think that I still haven't checked to see if I pronounced it right. Have you ever heard of the game Demesia?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a pretty cool game. It's basically Bloodborne. Yeah, it's basically Bloodborne, but add in Sekiro parries, like the emphasis on parries. There you go.
It is your combat tied to a stamina bar?
Surprisingly, no. It's a Souls
Oh,
like, but it has no stamina bar. But yeah,
okay then.
but it is a Souls like game. I've been having fun with it. So again, that should be for tomorrow. Then on Friday, we're gonna go back to having the Switch nights, and it's gonna be a continuation of the No Straight Roads. We just got finished fighting DK West for the first time. I'm assuming it's only for the first time. So we'll see what goes on after that. Hack, what about you?
All right then. As for my set of things, it's the artwork of the Spiral Blood episode 6. So progress is still being done in that, but again, the video will be We'll be live on on the channel very soon. Still figuring out what to do for my next video, but at least I know what to do next. If I um at the rate I'm at, if I finish the first arc of Saint Seiya, then that definitely will be my next Hack Cross video, talking about at least the very first arc of the original Saint Seiya anime. Are the and that's really it. All I got to announce. Uh, all I got to announce in terms of videos. So yeah, that's it. And once again, thank you very much, guys, for watching episode 141 of the Jack Show, and hope you enjoy this episode, and hope you continue to continue to watch us every Wednesday and support us on all over the internets, here on YouTube and on our Twitch channel, and of course to follow us on our social medias on Twitter, which hopefully all that stuff is in the description below. That's too many things to list off.
Uh, I don't think so.
Well,
I
Jack, you better start putting them there from now on.
I only copy paste what you had last time when you
Well, you better
when.
put them down there from now on.
All right, I will.
So thank you. So thank you, folks, and go ahead, Jack. Close the show.
Thank you, everyone, so much for coming by. And this is Hack and Jack signing out.
Peace.